last week.
On the Dangian Chronicles.
The Beast.
Oh, never mind. I thought he froze.
Well, now that we're interrupted, I'm going to put this plate in the sink and I'll be right back.
Damn it!
Really, it's been the Bungus Chronicles up until lately.
Hey, we still got
You had
some.
2 weeks.
Thank you all for the Mac story.
Bro, we still got that fucking brewery to burn down.
Like that's like an entire continent away.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Was that an in-game or out-of-game?
It's on a need to know basis.
Yeah, you'll find out when you watch the recording.
Players only.
I will find out when I watch the recording.
Edit it out.
Man. God. I do love hearing the in-jokes that I miss.
It wasn't a joke. It was more of just we were saying.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Last week, you had all managed to dive into this depths of the Volcan Caverns, where you encountered the large incarnate of the corrupted god whose heart was stolen, and managed to fend him off long enough for Bungus to ready the gem and get it back into its position and cleanse the god and the temple of its curse. Now, climbing out of the temple, you got on the back of Sheila, your trusty Paraceratherium, and headed back to the last location that you remember leaving your ship of Bigelum. And in Bigelum, your ship was there. However, it was taken. The people you had left in charge had been mutinied by the new cook. And after threatening him, tying him up, and putting him on the head of on the figurehead of the ship, you now have control of your ship, and were planning on heading, and had decided to target down your old nemesis, Admiral Kensington, whom you know was last, from what you remember, was last headed towards New Elzenberg, where he would execute your former captain, Blaine Stuff. In the meantime, a couple of you have stocked up on supplies and bought some stuff.
I sent you one last question, which will determine whether or not I buy certain things or not.
I think I responded to it.
No, you did respond to it. I didn't read it. All right.
Hey, does the boat have a
I didn't
dinghy?
like the answer. The boat has, it does have a dinghy.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. We never got a list of possible upgrades. Not
right.
from you. I didn't ask, but I just didn't want to pester you.
Jet engine?
No.
Missile launcher.
Wings?
To be honest, I have been trying to get shit ready to start classes again. So
Oh, no, you're good. Don't worry about it. No, you're good.
So wings.
But your list of ship upgrades, after working on it, I had the thought that most of these would not actually be available at your current location, and the better ones you either already have or I was going to discuss with you now. Trying to find it. There was a hull upgrade you could get that would half any damage received by the ship for 2,500 gold.
That's not bad. It's not bad at all.
What for 2,500 gold? I did not catch the first part.
Half all damage received to the ship.
Oh, fuck yeah.
How much? 2,500?
What are the other things we can get, though? At this port.
At this port, you could get a couple of extra cannons.
Did anyone add the gold for ship funds to the ship?
I didn't.
I will.
Yeah, I think that I did too.
You did? Or you
got
forgot
it.
as well? Because I also forgot.
Let me actually check.
We actually don't have any gold in the ship funds, so
Oh, right.
Yeah, Billy Irish had all the previous gold, so.
Wait, no, there is
Yeah, there's
gold.
448. That was from the
Yeah.
Bill
Oh,
Irish.
okay.
Yeah,
oh, I'm in the
we
midst
made,
of
like,
the Elliot. Sorry.
We made like 4,000. Excuse me. in
Yeah, I
ship
was
funds,
saying
right?
we just put a shitload of money in there. I don't remember what the
Still no
breakdown
gold.
was.
Oh, damn it. Why do I keep grabbing the...
Matt lovingly did all the math.
Yeah, it's in Campfire, right?
There it is. I'm going to run the math again. You can continue listing off. Do we want more cannons, or... Because what we have? We have...
How many do we have?
I guess we can't see how many we have on there.
I want
Yeah,
to
we have
say
6 light cannons and 2 medium cannons. It says
Yeah.
on the ship. I think it was
Well, I can't see
3.
them.
Oh, yeah, no,
three light and 1 medium on each side.
correct. From what I remember.
I feel like that's a good amount.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, reducing damage by half would be...
Yeah.
It turns our ship into a boat Barian.
Fortress.
Our ship is constantly angry.
Alright,
The
sweet.
ship is going to enter a rage.
Yeah, I'm fine with that upgrade.
Okay, so
How much did it cost?
2,500?
2,500?
2,500 gold, yeah.
Yeah.
25.
Alrighty. Ship takes half damage. I'm just gonna temporarily put that in as featuring traits.
Yeah, just put it as a feature. Look at the total weight of the equipment. How did it end up there? It's 3999.9. You can only carry 500 more pounds, though.
See, this is why I wanted to buy a bag of holding. When we get to our next town, New Elzenburg, I will be asking if I can shop around for a bag of holding.
Did we want to
Okay,
offload
ship
some of
holding?
the fake currency?
Did you say a ship of holding?
Yeah.
I am actually fine with both of those options, actually. Offloading the fake currency and...
By offloading,
I do-
do you mean
I
spend
did
it
have
here?
some other upgrades that would. I did have some other upgrades, but Big Olem wouldn't have a whole lot of those options.
Right.
Yeah, let's save some
Um,
money.
Yeah.
I had also been meaning to message 3 of you, specifically Marty, Matt, and Jesse, because you 3 would have actually been to New Elzenburg once before a trip here.
I think I dropped. Yep.
There is a much more human middle class area, and then there's an entire district dedicated to the upper class, the richer, and the noblemen. There is a river. It's based at the mouth of a river, and is close to a small bay. And has a whole lot of walls built around it.
What? Okay, so you said it's divided into 8 quarters. That wouldn't make sense because they're quarters. 8 sectors.
I don't think I threw the number 8 out there.
I heard the number 8, but I think it's up there with Bruce's theme. I'm just hearing that in my head.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's either 8 or 9. I can't count. It's a weird shape to count sectors in.
That's fair.
You were close.
Will it be a map that we see?
It will be a map you see.
Cool. We will interpret it as we get there and we start Operation
Unfuck the goat.
Unfuck the goat.
Unfuck the goat.
Operation Unfuck the Goat.
That's it.
Okay. You had decided to head off and try to hunt for your lost captain, Blackhoof. And so, after buying all your equipment and you're upgrading your ship's hull with the dwarfs, they could actually do that cheaper because dwarves would have better material, like more iron and stuff to do that with.
Nice. I'm glad we took care of that here. On our travels, I would like to bonsai my bonsai tree. Also, Parlin, I would like to requisition some scrolls of fireball, if that's something you could make.
I have to ask how the roll works. Am I able to make spell scrolls?
Gold value of the spell scroll. I don't know the exact.
Oh, wait, is it a gold per day?
I don't know the exact equation or whatever. But fireball's what, a 3rd level spell?
Mm-hmm.
I think Tasha's has it. There's a certain cost per day of
off the top
magical
of my head.
ink and paper needed to create spell scrolls.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have Tasha's on my PC. If you want to, I'll look it up real quick and not to slow anything down. I'll let you know when I find it.
Okay. So, while the captain and Perlin are having this conversation about trying to create a spell scroll, is anybody else doing anything for your first day of travel?
First day of travel?
Bungus is the lookout. We don't have a cook.
Direwar,
Perlin.
he's... Oh yeah, is Perlin the cook now?
Perlin is the
De facto cook.
What's your signature dish again?
Wet
millet.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
That's his
Fire breath.
impersonation of corn.
During the first day, Darwar, he's probably just gonna be drilling the crew. Like seeing if they're able to man these cannons in case we actually do get into a altercation at sea.
All right. Change up the music. I feel my sanity.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum.
Sailing. Open ocean. Cloak. Is that playing?
Yeah.
There we go. Had to turn it up a bit. All right. So we have Dyro drilling the crew. We have the two trying to discover if they can make a spell scroll. What is Bungus and the Atlas doing?
Let's see, Atlas, considering he has no current job on this ship, he is studying on the lower decks. He's got like a hammock set up.
I have you listed as the surgeon.
Yep, exactly.
Studying anatomy and some scrolls he found in the Elf Town.
Yep. I am reading a book of which there are definitely body parts mentioned.
As you're reading that book, one of the your goblin friend Olzot walks by and says, "Is that the latest issue of Trolls, Knolls, and Holes?"
Oh my god!
Absolutely not. I would not be caught dead reading that filth. This, my friend, is the wonderful. It's not a monthly issue. It's a sort of a standalone series of novels. It features this young, buxom woman, Rubella. She's quite a feisty one. Anyway, there's a lot of medical stuff you don't need to know about. I'm learning. Leave me alone.
I'd like to study her anatomy.
Yes, Olzot, that is the objective.
There aren't a whole lot of women on this ship.
Olzot, I will not fuck you. Please leave me alone.
That wasn't my proposition. Creep. He walks away. Alright.
Trolls, knolls, and holes.
With your first day of travel done, you start your next day of travel. How is the ruling on the thing, the Majigger?
Not find it, I found it on Quora, but I can't find it in Xanathar's guide. Which is not a big deal.
I think the dungeon.
Alright, I'll say 3 gold per day of materials.
Found it. Spell scroll costs. So it defines it by spell level and time and cost. So this is a 3rd level spell is 1 work week plus 500 gold. Complications, crafting a spell scroll is solitary task, unlikely to attract much attention. Blah, blah, blah. Every work week spent scribing brings a 10% chance of complication, examples of which are in the scroll. Scribe a scroll complications table. And I will cut and paste that to us. I'll just take that whole page, honestly. That way it's just out there. And you can decide if you even want to do that. It was just kind of like an idea I had that might be beneficial. Like an emergency fireball.
Okay.
But you probably have your own things you want to do during the week, so.
I mean, I have things that I was going to throw at you for this week.
No, I think he means Perlin.
Yeah, not
Because
Quentin.
Perlin has to take a week writing it down.
Right.
Quentin does jack shit.
It didn't.
No one cares
Does so
Clinton
much
thinks.
for this campaign.
Quentin does so much.
Quentin's not a
It
free
is a
elf.
free DM.
Quentin, these are free. Dobby is also getting pretty hungry.
I have the. Okay, well, I climb down to him and feed him like.
So he's on the figurehead of the ship, which kind
Oh,
of
so I just climb up to him. I don't have to climb down.
yeah.
Cool.
You are also roll acrobatics or athletics. Roll an acrobatics or athletics check to climb to him to feed him.
So I don't fall fucking to my watery death.
Right. You're also climbing ahead of the ship, and the ship is moving forward.
Yep. I tie myself off just in case.
Oh! Okay.
How long is the rope?
Oh well, how far up is the figurehead?
If only I had an accurate way to measure that. I'm just going to measure on the page and be that.
Totally fine.
It's about.
Does a 26 make it? Actually, 27 because I have sea legs.
Yeah, it is a 10 foot. But yeah, that makes it a 27. You will successfully be able to run out there, do a little tap dance, and then feed your goblin and come back.
I would think after a week he will. Well, how long until we're in New Elsenburg?
It'll be 9 days. 9
Okay.
days of travel, and you just.
I'll probably have time.
You're
Like when
starting
we get to
the
New Elsen, the day before we get to New Elsenburg.
Okay.
Captain, you do realize that this is likely just to fester his resentment towards you. There's really no good way that this ends. Even if you release him, you could never trust him again. And if you kick him off the ship, he's liable to plot against you and hamper other endeavors. It's really honestly
Can I
best to
speak
just...
to you in my quarters?
Yes, Captain. We are in your quarters.
I like thinking about like you're sitting at your desk. You're like, "Can I
Oh,
speak to you in my quarters?"
So my thought is, I don't know what the plan is so far for the prison break, but right now, we can only assume that unleashing a crazed, approval-hungry goblin into town can only be beneficial as a distraction. We will tell him the only way to gain our trust back is to act as a distraction, and it will also be a way that we can leave him in port.
What makes you think that he's gonna want to even try to earn our trust back? He's simply going. You let him off this ship, he's going to disappear.
The worst case scenario, he disappears, or he tries to sell us out. But we will tell him a false plan. It is all a part of this heist. They will think they have caught us, when in actuality, they have only caught us because we wanted to be caught. And the real plan is going off without a hitch.
Fungus rings bell.
Bungus is ringing a bell. God damn it.
Captain, I hear a bell ringing.
The bell does not dismiss you. I dismiss you.
Yes, Captain, as I walk out the door.
I feel that this has undermined my authority.
Captain, you should really investigate what that is, as I just walk back below decks again.
Is it below deck? I assumed it was on the main deck.
No,
You
no,
hear
I'm not paying attention.
The
I'm just
bell
going back to
ringing,
my
and you
book.
hear Bungus shouting, "Captain!"
I come back up on deck, and I try to look as captainly as possible.
I point over to the distance, to the in the direction that I see this anomaly.
Oh, god damn it. I'm not seeing anything. I use my spyglass to see what he's pointing towards.
Look!
You see a torrent of these scarlet red clouds forming off in the distance.
Also, where in the fuck on the map are we?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you're down.
Ah, thank you.
You're out past Big Ol'.
Right next to Big Golem.
Big Ol'.
You know, we never found the giant golem there.
Yeah, I wonder where it was.
I think the golem was the friends we made along the way.
Beat me to it.
I look off into the distance to look at the red clouds. Does it look like a storm to me?
Roll
Should I roll?
perception. Or investigation, I guess.
Can I do it too, since I saw him?
Yeah, you can. Both with advantage because you have spyglass.
Yeah, can I? Well, yeah. I guess I can't give.
Oh yeah, I do have advantage.
It'll be a 22.
So, it looks like a storm, like a very strange storm. Though you don't know if you've ever seen anything quite like this.
And this is off in this direction towards what I assume is north.
It's where you're heading.
Fuck.
It is in roughly this direction. It's not on the map if you're looking for it on the map.
No. Does it look like we can sail around it?
It's pretty much the entire western horizon.
Well, damn our luck.
What do you suppose those red clouds are? That doesn't look like a normal storm.
No, it does not. My hope it is not a firestorm, and we can sail right through it.
Yeah, a firestorm would not be ideal. Especially on a wooden ship out in the middle of the ocean.
Well, luckily the dwarves reinforced it with steel.
Well, thank God. Whoa, what the hell?
I do think so. Like, you know how I think during storms you would want to not be like on like right next to the fucking coast, but like at least keep it in sight. I think we'd like to do that rather than being out in the middle of the
So you're
ocean.
going to try to sail south.
Southish, like just to
Okay.
get us like south until
Closer
we
to
can
the-
kind of like get a straight shot ish.
Yeah, so you're going to like follow these hexagons.
We're gonna follow the coast.
Right. Okay. You spend the day trying to head south while still heading head southwest. That way you can like recapture the coastline. And about towards the end of the day, these clouds catch up with you.
Oh no.
End of the day, what?
They catch up with you.
What's they?
The clouds.
Oh,
All right. As you roll over the clouds, you feel this heat, this absurdly high. Like you can feel the temperature increase, and you can taste the electricity in the air. The wind is not raging like you would have expected, but a bit more just gentle breeze. But each breeze brings a searing blaze across your face. Any exposed wounds start to sting.
Owie.
And as you're all getting under these, noticing the clouds, you can tell that the clouds are actually producing their own light. Also, roll a Constitution save. Bro.
For everyone?
Who happens
Yeah,
to be
everyone.
standing? Who happens to be standing 10 feet next to me?
Yeah, I'd like to start climbing down, I guess, if I'm not already down.
I mean,
Who-
I'm below Dex. Do I have to roll a Constitution save?
you would also have to roll a Constitution save, yeah.
God damn, it's hot.
I gotta change
Okay.
Wait, sorry, 1 second. I have a bonus to saving throws. I'm trying to figure out what that is. Forgot to write that down. Alright, so everyone within 10 feet of me, including myself, gets a +3 bonus to saving throws for my aura protection. So,
But who if you on a ship?
yeah, that was my question.
It would, from what you've been doing, it would probably just be NPC crew members
Okay,
because you've
that's
been
fine.
working under below deck with them.
That's fine. All right, so +3.
well,
that's
I'm
12,
below
so
deck.
15.
Well, no, but I wouldn't be near him because I'm in the cabin.
Yeah. Right.
Seems to me that Kalika is angry with us. Now, what has Atlas done to anger him?
You are now suffering. Everyone that failed, so everyone but Damien.
Oh my god.
Actually, yeah. No. Actually, Bungus passed. Bungus
Okay,
also
I was about to say.
Okay,
God
Bungus-
damn.
Bungus and Damien, you two pass. So Atlas, Perlin, Dyror, you are now suffering the state of confusion.
From this overwhelming heat?
Heat
Yeah.
confusion.
No, from the storm or from the clouds.
Does it smell like anything?
So,
I wanna
everybody who's
smell the
confused?
clouds.
Everybody who's confused, roll D100.
Uh-oh.
35.
Ooh.
9. 3.
Well, we got a good mix. Good mix.
Is high good or is low good?
Okay,
Is this
we'll
a
figure
deck
it
of
out.
many things situation that it doesn't matter?
They're all
Pretty
bad.
much. You all missed act normally.
Jesus.
So, Atlas, you now spend the next 2 hours fleeing in random direction.
What in the hell is
Sorry.
going on here? I just run around the fucking ship.
Perlin, you attack the nearest thing you see.
What? What's near me?
What would be near you? You're the cook, so you're just like throwing spells at your crew, like random NPCs, I guess.
Well,
Are they
is the
cantrips
cook
at least?
downstairs with Atlas?
It would be cantrips, yeah. Well, they do whatever you want. You roll to attack. Dyror, you do nothing but babble incoherently for the next 2 hours.
Noted.
What about the rest of the crew?
Babble, babble.
Many of them are fleeing and running around randomly. Only a couple of them seem like they're fine. One of them is starting to just lash out and hit people, and a lot of them just you're trying to talk to them, and it's like they have like aphasia or something. It's just
Give me an NPC that's fleeing randomly.
His name is
Red shirt.
yeah, red
Yeoman
shirt.
Johnson.
Actually red shirt. Hold on. Actually red shirt.
Okay, I
Does
try to hit him in stride with Ray of Frost.
Ooh, 10 cold. He is not taking that well.
I
really
confused
not taking
fun.
that well.
I continue to panic, and I just fire my gun into the air.
Go away, clowns! Ah!
All right.
How's Nickton looking? Does he look like he's coherent?
Nickton is one of the ones that looks like he's coherent. Nickton and Vorhouse are the only two that seem okay.
Which one's Vorhouse? I can't
Wait.
remember.
Wait, what is?
Got it.
Leonin.
The best part of the crew, yeah.
What about Dobby?
Dobby is just like Dobby is afraid. Dobby has never felt such fear in Dobby's life.
That doesn't tell us if he's suffering from hysteria or if he's normal.
Did you wait, Taylor? Did you watch that video?
I did watch that.
I love that.
I got crack out of. Crack me up.
Dobby hates all of you! You all deserve this! Dobby reveals no remorse for Dobby's actions!
Well, now you're just being.
Bring on the pain, God!
Nick, can you please get the grunts under control? This is your job.
Babble, 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 babble.
Rabble.
Rada, rada, rada.
I would imagine at this point, like I'm on deck, and I just run screaming across the deck. It's all that goblin's fault.
Imagine I'm trying to calm everyone down, but I'm just screaming incoherently.
Yeah.
Nobody speaks dragon, you asshole! As I continue to run by.
I want to grab Atlas. Can I athletically contest him? Can I grapple him?
All right, yeah. Roll competing athletics.
Captain, what is going on?
If it's a
Can you beat me?
I mean, if it's a
needs
grapple,
work.
I cannot beat you. It does not matter what I roll. Like I could roll a natural 20, but it wouldn't. It still technically would be less.
Okay. So I want to slap him on the cheeks. Not enough to damage him, just be like, get yourself together! You are the cornerstone of this crew!
Oh wait, I have a thing. Does that do anything to me?
Does what do anything?
Does me...
Did he slap some sense into him?
So you're shaking him, and you get him to settle down, and he comes back a bit. He's still jumpier than usual, but he would have snapped a bit out of it.
This is clearly some sort of punishment from Kalika himself. But right now we don't need his interference.
Captain, leave it to me. I have an idea.
Do not kill Dobby.
I make no promises.
Different idea.
I try to slip out of his hands and go down to the ship deck. Do you let me go, or do you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I go down to the deck of the ship, and I use one of my new abilities, which I forgot I had. Counter Charm. Which I will put in the chat. As an action, I can start a performance. During that time, me and any creatures within 30 feet of me have advantage against saving throws of being frightened or charmed. I don't know if this will help. but I figure if everyone's freaking the fuck out, this could be part of it. So I'll just run down sort of like into the middle of the deck and start like an inspiring speech, because I'm a bard, but I don't do music, you know? So,
Right.
More of an orator.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
So I started an inspiring speech about how, you know, this crew has lived through everything. There's not a thing we can't conquer, you know, stuff like that. And I use my I lace my magic into those words and expand it out within 30 feet of me to hopefully capture, should be most of the crew. Yeah, should be
Okay.
it should be ship to ship. If I run to the middle of the ship, I can hit the whole ship.
I'll say yeah. Yeah, give me some speech excerpts though.
Just some footnotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Men, there comes a day when you must rise up to the challenge. You must rise up. You must show what you are made of. You must reach deep within yourselves and bring to the surface that inert strength which focuses the mind and toughens the body. You must reach to that inner core and really show what you are made of. And that turned a lot more into Macho Man Randy Savage than my typical accent, but we're gonna go with it.
Oh, brothers and sisters. Ooh.
All right.
Woo!
You managed to get some inspiration down, and you managed to snap mostly everybody out of it. There's still some residual panic and hysteria going on. However, as you look up the clouds, there's this. I don't want to go like the way this map is made. These are all a bunch of different things, and I can't just like add a red tint to one of them. I have to.
Okay.
Totally understood.
But everything is covered in. Like I would have to do this like 12 times. See, I can only do it like. Yeah. So.
You can. Yeah. Next time, you can take that map and you can just drag it and expand the entire thing.
I know I can, but it also doesn't just expand that. It expands the. It expands the texture as well, and I didn't like how it looked.
Oh, okay.
That's fair.
True.
Real quick, I know I mentioned doing my bonsai stuff. Can I be rolling for that on the days?
Yes. Sorry.
No,
probably
you're
should
totally
roll
fine. I
that.
just want to make sure. I need to be better about it myself.
What are you
Um,
bonsaiing?
The Zeiselwood bonsai?
Did we have a Zeiselwood bonsai tree?
Damien has a Zeiselwood bonsai tree.
Ah.
he does. It grows good berries.
What?
And it gives me a free cast of Calm Emotions every day if I succeed. Actually, as long as I tend to it.
Yeah, it's what Magna gave him.
That's right. I was like, wait a second. This thing sounds familiar. Interesting.
It's very overgrown since I didn't prune it for an entire month.
I can see
You
that.
would have left somebody working to like with instructions.
Anybody I left to work on it was tied up, so
Good
Only
point.
for a week. So you calm the crew down. And you get everybody back to their like senses. and a giant shadow overtakes the ship.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
What the hell? It's a flying
It's like
whale.
cast over top of the ship.
It's over top of the ship?
Yeah.
I would like to look up.
You can see the outline of this cetacean body shape in the clouds. That's a whale.
The being underwater bovines.
Mammals. But whales specifically. Whales and dolphins are cetaceans. But
Are they more
see this
closely
in-
related to the three toes or the or split hooves or not split hooves? Even toes?
they're most close.
Because I think
they're
they moved
actually
into the same
pretty
group.
close to hippos. They're actually pretty close to hippos, and I don't know how many toes hippos have, because it's weird because hippos are hooved, but also not hooved.
Yeah. I'm not very good at classifying animals, as shown by my
Yeah, me
biology
neither.
exams. But I do know that there was talks of moving them into the same group, like the cetaceans in one of the groups. Same with birds and reptiles.
Great. Anyway, see this large shadow overtake your ship. And you all look up and you can see the clouds. Like you still see the swirl of red clouds above you. But behind it, you can see this very large outline of this whale.
But we can't see the whale?
You can't see the whale, you just see its outline in the clouds.
How high up can we aim the cannons? Like, can we aim them completely vertical?
You would not be able to aim them completely vertical.
Fair enough.
Unless you pulled them out onto the main deck and held them.
No, it's fine. Actually, would we have been able to buy a mortar at the Dwarven at Big Golem? I'm not going to retroactively choose that. I just wanted to know for sure.
Mortar is not on the list of things I had for
Totally
them.
fair. Gentlemen, ramming speed.
Is that real?
What's your plan?
Is that
You know,
seeing the
it
giant
doesn't matter
whale?
right now. All that matters is we get away from this.
Can I like? I'm not. Dahor's not very smart. Could he try and like figure out what the hell this might be?
Can Damien help him?
If only the smart person asked that question.
Damien's pretty smart.
Perlin, would you know anything about this flying whale?
Yep, Perlin.
What do I need to roll?
You can roll history or religion.
I rolled history.
It's
Right.
an animal. Would I hate to be like it, but would I know anything about it?
You can also roll history or religion.
Can I go consult books in the captain's quarters? I'm assuming there are like leather-bound books and like.
You could, yeah. You both are remembering. You're getting like bits and pieces. You're remembering having heard a story of a flying whale, a sky whale at some point, but you're not able. Neither of you are able to really pin your finger on it.
Captain, I'm pretty sure whales are filter feeders. We have nothing to worry. We should just continue on our course, get out of the storm as soon as possible.
Damien says, it's a whale.
I'm just not so certain it's a whale. It could be a whale shark.
Also, don't eat things. They just sort of inhale them.
Don't what?
They eat little things. They don't eat. Whale sharks don't eat real people. Those are normal sharks. Whale sharks are more whale than shark. I just saw one at the aquarium. Not really, but really I did.
Like IRL, you saw one, but
Damn,
Yeah, I
what
just went-
aquarium going?
Jealous.
The Atlanta aquarium.
Wait,
Nice.
they had a whale?
They have a whale shark.
Whale shark.
They have
Oh,
A whale
okay.
shark.
they have 2 whale sharks and
Also,
2
they probably-
fucking 3,500 pound manta rays. They're fucking like 15
Damn.
feet across. They're
You have pics?
enormous.
Big motherfuckers.
I've been thinking about going up to this Newport one, but I've been there. I'm in the zoo. I kind of want to go to a new city's zoo and aquarium.
Squad trip to Atlanta for the zoo.
The Atlanta aquarium is
Dude,
very
my
nice.
sister-
Totally down, bro.
My sister lives in Atlanta.
Go to it.
I'm not saying we could all stay there, but I've been meaning to go there to visit her anyway.
Yeah, let's fly down. Let's work on it as we come out of COVID season. Real quick, I want to roll a nature check for my bonsai tree.
I hope this whale isn't stressing it out.
It's
Yeah,
wilting.
alright, so you roll a nature check for your bonsai tree.
I think I beat the check. I think it's a DC 13.
Yeah, you beat the check. If you don't beat the check, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
Oh, it's DC 11 dexterity nature check, which is a weird choice. The dexterity part makes sense, but it's dexterity nature check. Do you want me to re-roll that, or?
Don't worry about it. I don't care.
Okay.
So to be fair, the normal
To be
checks
fair.
aren't always like standard. Like you can always do
Right.
something else. It's just proficiency. Like if you have proficiency in nature, whatever kind of check you make for it, you always have proficiency for it.
That's
it's just
fair.
the
So that's,
standard nature
yeah.
check is intelligence.
so that's a 19 without proficiency, because I don't have proficiency in nature. I just have intelligence. So I still beat it, but
Well, 19 without proficiency, but what's your dexterity?
0.
Oh yeah, because you're strength based. I forgot.
I need to up my dexterity. I'm gonna get fucking fireballed to death. Or pit trap.
Okay, so you're just gonna keep sailing through this storm?
Yes, but I want to observe if the whale is like staying on top of us the entire time. And also I want to switch to an Agrian flag.
Alright.
The whale can tell.
The whale cares.
Well, it's unrelated to the whale, it's just something I want to take care of now. I want to have documented.
Yeah, I guess now is the appropriate time to take care of that.
What, would you like to wait until we're out in front of the Agria territory?
I mean, fair enough.
Just right in front of him, just switch it out. Oh no! We promise.
Time out!
Right. So, you guys continue to sail forward. And you notice the whale doesn't seem to be following you or anything. It almost seems ambivalent to your presence. However, as it's leaving, as it leaves, you notice that the line of clouds seem to be following it. And by the end of the night, you are out of the storm.
How many days to New Elsenburg from where we're at?
I think you added a bit to your trip.
By sailing southwest.
28 divided by 4 is 7.
Okay, so a little bit.
So no, you didn't even add anything to your trip for that.
Damien would like to research see if he has any books on the whale during this, anything that references it during the travel to New Elsenburg.
Roll Invista history.
Invista history. My favorite skill.
Music.
Which one's he
Turn
doing?
on sale.
History? Definitely history. That's ridiculous. That is fucking shocking.
Impressive.
It's
Damien cannot find a book on the whale in his quarters.
Portland, I seem to have forgotten how to read.
I can take a look at that.
Yeah, you can also roll history.
They definitely look like letters. I've seen a few of these.
This is all Greek to me. What's Greek?
You would find, you two spend the next few hours scouring the small captain's library, the captain's bookshelf, and reading all of the books you can, to find anything about it. And you would find one line warning sailors of the Red Storm.
What's the title of the book?
The title of the book would be Legends of the Sea, Volume 2.
You said Volume 2?
Volume 2, yes.
Do we have Volume 1?
I can't read it until I know what happens in the first one.
Yeah, exactly.
And it specifically mentions the Red Storm with the whale.
It doesn't specifically mention a whale, but it would talk about the Red Storm that drives men mad and sinks ships as you pass through. So, the next day, you guys just plotting your course as normal?
Yeah.
Keep an eye
Do we need to do the checks?
crazy clouds.
You guys can move 4 spaces and describe to me what you did that day and subtract off. I don't know if we've been keeping food ration count, but that would be 3 rations so far, plus another 1 ration for this day that we're doing right now.
Damien would like to be eating good berries. He wants to unsettle the crew and make it seem like he doesn't have to eat.
Okay.
Does it grow a gooseberry every day?
Let me check. I'm not gonna link it to you because fuck you.
I grab a here.
Let's see. Wait, it's every day. Oh, that's stellar. I'm gonna roll my nature check. It's just gonna be a D20, I think. It's a 9. Just a 9, so. This is about 1d4.
Ow.
Okay, so I failed my nature check today, and it reduced the number of good berries by 1d4.
Okay.
I rolled my 3d4, and I got a 10, so it's 8 good berries for the day.
Alright. You got 8 good berries today.
Are these magical good berries in the same sense that they disappear after the day, or are these good berries that I can, they disappear after the day?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't have Bungus make, a good berry wine or a good berry beer?
Unfortunately, no.
Damn it.
If you use them, maybe they would
You
just lose their
can?
magical properties, but would they still
Okay. So
they're
here's what I'm
sort
gonna
of
say.
consumed,
Here's what I'm gonna
right?
say. This is what I'm going to say, because this is a cool item and a cool concept. They only disappear after the day if you pluck them. If you leave them on the tree, but the tree can only have a max of like 50 berries on it.
50? Okay. I'm eating one, but I'm leaving that 7.
Right? There are 7 berries on the tree.
Really, you can't make any fucking wine with 50 berries, but
You could try.
for proof, you could make a bottle maybe.
Hey, a bottle of Goodberry wine is probably like a combination, like, intoxicant and also healing potion.
I actually like this concept.
You said Goodberry wine, and I was like, how can I make this happen and stay within like a reasonable conclusion of this item?
Totally fair. I'm going to write this down, and I will be letting Bungus know when we hit 50 berries.
I know 50 seems like a lot for the tree, and it is, but I feel like that's more reasonable than be like, oh yeah, I can hold like 2,500 berries
Right.
needed for a bucket of wine.
Well, like, I imagine the
Well, it's a whole
Goodberries are, like,
bonsai tree.
really small. Like, you know, I mean, they could be, like, you know, like a hollyberry. Like, they're tiny.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. They're tiny little berries. And it's a bonsai tree, and it, like 50 berries actually seems pretty reasonable the more I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Right. Whoever wants to can move the ship 4 spaces in any direction.
I'll do it since I'm the captain.
You guys do it.
Don't get me. I'm the captain. Where's space? Oh, who the fuck's moving? God damn it. Where were we? Malika, damn it. Kalika. Let's see. 15. 45. 60.
Okay. If you guys want to take off the next round of rations and water and everything, 1 round of ration, 1 round of water, you can move another 4 space. The weather today
Rolling my
is
That's another die.
clear and hot. 118.
Did we not get any more supplies for the ship?
You didn't. You would have gotten more supplies for the ship.
Okay. I mean, I didn't ask you about it, to be fair, but that's
Yeah.
good, because our water is getting pretty low.
We could stop in Eshnora if we
Yeah,
wanted
you could stop
to,
in New Eshnora. I'm gonna say no, you didn't, but so
No, we didn't restock. That's totally
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, let's.
So wait,
Would
the
Furman
second
let me know?
Wants us to stop.
what?
What?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
What'd Marty say?
is the second S silent? Or is it S Snora?
Eshnora. So all of these names are randomly generated. If you can't tell,
Eshnora. Yeah, there's 2 S's.
Eshnora. Eshnora.
Eshnora.
I couldn't tell if you were pronouncing the second S, though.
Quentin, could you
Or-
show where Eshnora is on the map? Like just regular Eshnora, not new.
It's in the old world, and you can't see the old world.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Just wanted to make sure. I assume it's there.
I mean, to be honest, I only have the cities plotted for the Gulf region. I haven't plotted cities everywhere else, other than just.
Exactly, it's got to be there. I assume it's there. So don't even flood it.
I mean, like, there's a new Zos, and I mentioned to somebody that they were from Zos. So,
There's a
Um,
place. It exists.
So I currently have 17 good berries on my tree. Just putting it out there. It's unrelated to what we're doing. And we
do
are.
berries will not need water.
They do need water, and we've been using water. That'll be 2 days of water. Hold on, let me see how much water we've used on the good berries, but the captain's not letting people know that they exist. A quarter of a gallon of fresh water a day, so not that much.
So you're not even at a full water ration yet.
Yeah, I'm at a half gallon. What would a half gallon be? across.
Ration would probably be 1 gallon per person. So
Okay, so maybe Damien's looking a little dehydrated, like he's making sure the good berries get their water. Look a little dehydrated.
Damien's starting to be a little delirious.
I'll take a level of exhaustion if you really want me to.
I was gonna say a level of delirium.
I don't know what that is.
It's not a thing, but
It's worse than
it is
nothing,
weird.
thank you.
If it's anything like levels of madness, fuck madness. Permanent madness is garbage. That table should not exist. 3 fucking
Thank you,
levels
Jesse.
of permanent madness. Madness is like eldritch horror bullshit. Like,
Levels of...
God damn it. Let's roll for travel before the DM kills us all.
we got 4 spaces, right?
Is it 4 spaces, or do we have to roll for our spaces? Like based on our, nature checks.
Yeah, but
or
we're too
athletics
good. We're
checks.
too good to fail at this point. I think we just get it.
That's true. Atlas is reading his porno beneath the deck.
Alright, Matt, roll a d10.
Damien is rolling
It's
a
softcore.
D10.
The character retreats into his or her mind and becomes paralyzed. The effect ends if the character takes any damage.
Just having a stroke in my fucking chair.
In the forehead.
I'm just sitting in a corner staring at my tree.
It would end fairly quickly. I imagine I make rounds, like, as I get bored throughout the day, and just, like, walk in, and, like, fucking, sneak up behind you and, like, flick you on the ear, and just walk away. I do that to pretty much everyone, so, just keeping everyone on their toes. Dyror is particularly hard because he doesn't have ears.
I don't have ears.
He just has snake holes on his head?
I think so.
Yeah, he just
Okay.
gets a thwap on the side of the head.
Just like, what the fuck, bro?
Move another 4 spaces in any direction. Are you stopping?
Actually, usually I just lightly stab him in the tail of my rapier.
Yeah, we're definitely stopping in New El Schnora. Or New Eschnora.
Which flag are you flying?
Because we didn't mention it, Agria.
They're right next to each other. I'm sure they trade.
Alright. As you pull into port,
They start firing
you-
cannons at you.
they don't. They just, a noble elf walks up to you and asks, "Excuse me, what is an Agrian ship doing in our port?"
Oh, we are seeking safe harbor. We seem to be running low on supplies, and we wish to bring our bounty into port and share our wealth, and also get some water.
It's like a Christopher Walken kind of like
And
fade
he shoved it
into.
up his ass.
And then he took it and he shoved it in the safest place. He shoved it up his ass.
Hi. Hi. See. What you talking about?
We need supplies.
And the only solution
I can help you get your
is more
supplies.
water. What's that?
Are you asking for water? I can help you get some water. I can't do walking.
I think it's really good. Well, yes, we could use some water, and for your troubles, I slip him a good berry.
He's like, he looks at this like, fuck is this?
Are you trying to poison
oh.
me?
He looks at it for a second. He's like, oh, you're one of them like druid hippies. I see.
Peace, love, and happiness, brother.
Peace be, brother.
I mean, I suppose We can help you resupply. However, for Agran ships, we do charge a premium.
Can we
How
just
much
tell
of a
them that we're
premium?
not really Agrian? We're just
Shut up,
Don't be
Bungus!
liars.
Well,
Privateers.
it's going to be, it's going to be like, 100 gold to resupply, but then 300 for the premium.
That's a lot of fucking money.
Pearl, and how much supply
where's
do we
the
have?
persuade to lower the price button? Is that the right on the D-pad?
What is... Pearl, how much supplies do we have?
We have 7 water rations.
How much is it per person a day?
One, right? Per
For-
person.
Yeah, that's
One
rations for
no.
the entire crew, right?
Yeah, 1.
Oh,
so we could-
okay.
As long as it doesn't get too hot, we could last maybe a week. We do also have ale, which maybe could replace some of the water.
It's not a diuretic.
I don't drink.
Well,
Well, Darrow doesn't drink. I do, so.
Might be able to supplement.
210 divided by 4. Or, not 210 divided by 4. 210 divided by 60.
Wait,
We
wait,
can
why?
do
Why?
3.5
Who moved you to
days.
Archhole? Cheaters! Who moved you to Archhole?
Well, that was me, sorry. That was my. Oh, sorry, am I allowed to calculate it? My bad.
You can calculate it without moving the token.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know I moved it. I genuinely didn't know I moved it.
Okay.
No, I was just calculating how many days I thought it was to Archul. And it's
just
2
measure
rations on a hot
and
day, right?
The number of heck.
yes.
2 rations on a hot day. I think we can make it in a week. We will be.
We might need to leave Archel rather suddenly. I don't know if we should expect to be able to load up on supplies.
Well, we're trying to get to New Elzenburg, not to Archul.
Yes, good point. We should just stock up here and then not worry about it at all.
You want to be suckered out of 300 gold?
I,
Portland would not take kindly to that.
I think
You know,
we could make a deal.
One of the strongest negotiating positions to be in is being willing to walk away. So, we should ask them if they would, we would be kind enough to pay a premium of 50 gold on top of the regular price. And if not, then we can go elsewhere.
Let's be honest, Portland, they're kind of your people. I prefer you do the talking.
Okay, yeah.
I just don't speak that sort of lingo. I'm not great at bartering.
don't speak elf phonics.
Oh my god.
Don't like that.
Oh man. Oh, that is.
That was me. That was me channeling my Damien.
Cotton 4K.
God, Elphonics works for me.
Hot in 4K.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll talk to them. We just got back from running the numbers, and with the sort of premium you're asking for, we could pay our crew triple wages while we go over to Archel and restock there and still come out ahead. So I don't see how this premium that you're asking for could ever really work out for us. It would have to be much lower for us to really consider restocking here, unfortunately, but I hope we can still work out a deal.
Oh, I didn't realize they had someone who was actually smart on board. Wow, I'm impressed. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't. Are you Eklund, by the way? You look very.
I am, in fact. Good eye.
Ah,
Or was it the
well.
accent?
it's definitely the accent. I can tell. You definitely sound like an old worlder. Yeah, sure. Just 150 gold total.
Okay, I think we can do that. That's reasonable.
Restock 20 of each ration. Well, 20 food, 20 water, and 10 ale.
Okay.
Did Damien overhear any of this, or
This was all in Elvish, so
I speak
Damien,
Elvish, just
they assume Damien can't hear it.
does it seem like this guard stays on the dock the entire day?
He would be the dock master or harbor master.
Would Damien think that he wouldn't get caught if he shot a cannon at this guy from his ship?
No, Damien would not think that.
So Damien's not completely stupid.
Doesn't Damien have an
offended.
intelligence like 14?
Yeah, he's
Damien's
relatively smart.
relatively smart. So, is the logic there? Did he call me stupid? I'll prove him right.
I'll show him who's dumb.
Damien, why not? If you really want to settle some beef with this man, why don't you just, have him thrown off the dock or something, not exploded?
No, just challenge him to a duel and prove that you're stronger. Then you'll earn his respect.
Proving that you're stronger
Or you'll
is
kill him.
the hallmark of the society.
Daryl, in our culture, dueling is not necessarily it's more between gentlemen, and I don't know if I would consider this man a gentleman.
That's true. He is not a gentleman. He is very low class. Look at this job he has.
Yes.
I can hear you.
Hey, come on, guys. He only kind of ripped us off now. I thought that was quite honest of him.
Like people are like loading crates on the dock, and you can see like all the crates are like really well, like super engraven and like really detailed, and everything's like super over the top because it's Elvish. And he's like, I can call them to like take everything off.
We were paying for it. I don't think you can repossess it.
Contract now. We will take you to court.
Guys,
You
come
want
on.
to take me to court? You want to take me to an Eklund
We
court?
could.
Yeah,
We won't.
yeah. I would love to see the human win in that case.
Or we'll duel you.
Guys, look at the craftsmanship on this crate. Won't your food taste so much better coming out of this?
Yeah. I get on the
You
ship
open
before I
it,
dig
and it's
myself
like
a bigger
all
hole.
of the food in there, like you already smells delicious and is like it's like dehydrated, but smells already prepared and like really, really good.
It's not just millet.
It's not just millet. It's like
They enhance the crates with scent enhancing spells. It never tastes as good as it smells in these things.
Unfortunately,
this
I'd have to say
David
the captain
does not
has
trust
it.
elves.
Is it well known that the elves? Is it odd that the elves would not like Agrians?
It's not that they don't like that. It's not that they're like at war or enemies or anything. It's
Friendly
just
rivalry.
that elves generally think themselves better than other races.
It's
That's
just
true.
It's an Ashleyan trait.
Oh
Just
my
that
God.
they're more willing to try to sucker you out of your money.
Oh Jesus!
And like the harbor master is just standing next to Perlin, like, man, I don't know how you stand to be next to, like, I'm sorry, but
Okay, if he doesn't like our scrumptious new rations, he can stick to the old plan. The wet
Honestly,
millet twice a day.
is that a half breed among you?
Who is he gesturing towards?
Jesse or Atlas, yeah.
I don't remember what Atlas's race is.
Just a preference.
Okay.
Just a preference, but I just like I don't know how anyone could do that with a human. Like just a preference, just a personal preference.
Yeah. That sure is something.
Well, this pit stop has proven very entertaining.
As Dyror walks up and like gets close, you see the elf go.
Oh my god!
Does and he like leans over to Bud and he's like, "Wait, does it bite?"
I do bite, actually.
You know, I
Unless
am
you keep
surprised.
a 10 feet distance.
I'm surprised you didn't get along better with Damien, honestly.
Yes, you all share more in common than you might think.
I don't know how anyone could get along with any round ear.
So, how soon until our ship's fully restocked?
I mean, it's been restocked for about 5 minutes now. I really should read.
We should, yeah.
I've got a lot of work to do, and I'm really just trying to blow it off.
You sound like a great guy, honestly.
Well, see y'all later. And he just like hops off the deck, like the side of the ship, and like drops like 20 feet back onto the deck. But seems fine.
Does it seem like there's any sharpshooters on our ship? Just for future reference, unrelated to this instance.
A couple of your crew members do seem skilled with things. Specifically, Silas has a rifle that you've seen him use before, and seems very skilled with a rifle.
I don't think we're planning on like a military encounter, so let's just keep that in mind.
Right. Cooler heads prevail. I go off to my captain's quarters and I scream in a pillow.
You scream in your new pillow and are glad. Roll. Just roll a d20. Roll something to let me know what I'm about to say. Okay, you scream into your pillow and you're very, very satisfied that this new pillow you bought doesn't have any goblin-y scent to it. I was rolling to see how goblin your pillow smelled.
Oh, goblin.
You got not very.
Not goblin these nuts.
Oh.
Alright, with that, you guys are resupplied. And you can head on your journey. Move 4 spaces in any direction, take off your rations, and tell me what you're doing that day.
4 movement in any direction. Before I move, what's everybody doing?
I'd like to sunbathe on the deck.
I will be praying to the one true God.
I'm rolling a d20 for nature. That's a third fucking 9.
God damn it. At some point, you are gonna need a surgeon, Jesse.
Yeah, not my problem. I mean,
Take care of those moles.
it is my problem, but not really.
Alright.
Because I'll probably be the one needing the surgeon, so.
Alright. Move your 4 spaces. Alright. Go ahead. You can go ahead and move the next. Move 8 space. Or. How far away is it? 17. Move for the next 4 days. Move for the next 4 days. Take off 4 rations.
I'm fine doing that. I want to roll 4d20 just to see what my bonsai rolls are.
Well, I would like to, I assume at one point I would have, I assume at one point I would have stepped in and seen what you were doing. And I would like to give you an inspiration.
Ooh.
As you're doing this, as you explain to me what you're doing, I would like to inspire you once a day.
Okay.
And if you you get a
I
D8.
use the inspiration on the 4th day. That'll be a 6. So that'll be
18.
16 berries. Because I was taking off 2, but you solved the issue. 3. That's a lot of ones. But yeah, I got 16 berries growing on it. On top of the 22 I already had. Does Atlas just like hang out in my room while I'm doing this? Like,
No, I imagine
just lays
it's sorta
on
like,
my bed reading or something?
it's sort of like I'm bored. I like poke my head in. I see you cutting your bonsai tree. Captain, you realize that. Well, honestly, I think this probably is good for you. You know, takes out some of your. Well, whatever. I feel like this is a good meditative practice for you. I commend you on your task and your ability to make this tree a smaller version of itself.
It's a reflection of a larger tree. I do appreciate your compliments, though. You know, we never discussed your history with, I don't remember his name. If I'm being honest, I know.
Fletcher.
Fletcher?
Oh, yeah! What? Tell me about your history with him. You and him seem to have quite the, tumultuous, past.
Well, you see, Captain, there was a point in time where Fletcher and myself had similar goals. We worked together as part of a group of sorts. And while this time was certainly profitable, it came to a rather abrupt and unceremonious end, as his true nature revealed itself, the paranoid and cynical and cruel man that he certainly was. And I didn't take kindly to that. And when I saw his face again, I was filled with an internal rage couldn't quite suppress.
And that was just recently, within the last couple months.
Correct.
That's understandable.
So, I saw my opportunity
It had been years since you saw Fletcher, right?
Correct.
Like 5 years?
More or less, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd been quite a while since I'd seen him, and I didn't really forget the atrocities he had committed or the friends of mine he had killed. So, I didn't take kindly to that, and vengeance was due him.
You said he killed a friend of yours?
Yes. Several.
Were these people part of your crew, or like your heist crew? I assume it was heists.
I don't really want to get into it, but
I'm sorry to pry.
some of them were indirectly killed by Fletcher, his incompetence and paranoia, and some are more direct from his hand as he slowly lost control of his mind.
Well, I appreciate you confiding in me.
Well, I figure no one will believe you if you tell anyone of my secrets, so...
You really do remind me of somebody I used to know. I go back to my bonsai tree.
And I walk out the door, humming under my breath. Somebody that I used to know.
All right. Okay. A few days pass. You have about 2 above average heat days. Require more rations from you. I've already subtracted out the rations. And you guys make it to the coast of New Elsenburg. Now, what you remember about New Elsenburg and what you are pulling into there are 2 different dock lines. There's a dock line in the lower district, the West District, which you would all know the West District to be the poor district. And then there is a larger dock line that spans 3 different districts. And that's where like more of the commoners, middle class, the humans. Which dock line would you like to try to port in?
As we're pulling into port, I definitely
Be
move
closer to the poor people district.
I move. Well, I move Dobby into the brig.
Okay. Okay. You untie Dobby and put him in the brig.
Now, which of our 4 districts are on the dock, or is it 3 districts? Which one of them is the poor district?
There is a military district on so there's the poor district that has its own docks. And then there's like another dock line that spans 3 districts. It spans a like commoner district, commercial district, and military district.
Captain, if I may make a recommendation, having been to New Elsburg at least once before, I recommend.
There too.
Yes,
We were both there.
yes. I recommend that we put our ship in the poor district. I believe we'd have less eyes on us, and we could approach on foot, where the military districts where the captain is most likely being held. If we
That's
pull our
so-
ship into port there, we're likely to be identified by either agents of what was his name?
Kensington.
Kensington.
We call him Kenzie where I'm from.
Yeah, either we are identified by agents of Kensington or himself as part of the just sort of general operation. I wouldn't want to give him any sort of heads up that we are even in the city.
Yeah, that is a very reasonable plan, but at the same time, I wonder if the fortifications that separate the poor district from the rest of the city will inhibit our casing the joint.
I believe I could
Imagine-
probably talk our way past any walls.
It's possible they might be on the lookout for any suspicious activity. And, we do kind of stand out a bit.
That's true.
Not all of us.
That's what I was implying.
Atlas, do you
Since
think
this
you
is
could-
New Agria, do I feel like if I'm just walking around with my Adrothian, get up, I would just be, attacked and jailed or something?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Might not be the worst situation if he surrendered and we already had eyes on the inside. But on the other hand, I also think it would be hilarious if we missed a potato head Daryl. Put on some ears.
I will say, Captain,
one.
I am quite a skilled artist with a disguise kit, but there's only so much one can do with scales and claws and teeth.
First of all,
So,
I'm not
Atlas,
surrendering myself. Second of all, you are not Mr. Potato Heading me at all. I'll hide my Adrothian iconography for the time being, but
It might be best if you stay on the ship, Daryl, unfortunately.
do you remember what happened the last time I stayed on the ship?
Yeah, how about
I'm
this time you
promoting
actually
to
stay on the
acting
ship?
Captain. Acting Captain Daryl. Your last name.
Ahan?
Arhan.
Arhan. Wait, what are you saying?
You actually might
Acting
be able to
captain?
keep the crew in line while
Oh,
several
I
of
see.
us leave. I mean, Niagara is not the most welcoming of people.
Glamorous.
Honestly, humans and even the elves will be suspect. I can make myself look like anyone. Maybe this is Damien and I scout the situation out, and we come back and report to the rest of you.
Potentially. I think we just need to be cautious with what we decide to do here.
I would
Kensington
agree.
knows our faces. It's possible that he's. It's possible that word of our escape might have reached him already.
It's true. It has been.
His men or his forces might be on the lookout for us, and if we dock, we'll probably be questioned.
Damien, do you have the wherewithal to disguise yourself?
No, but I do have this nifty bandana, and I can swim to shore with my enchanted armor.
So,
I would say you're-
which side are you going to try to dock in? Is my question.
Poor
Are you-
district.
Poor district. Okay.
Damien, I can make you... Well, I could cover the red hair. I've got some charcoal. We could darken it, make you look almost brown. Maybe
I
put
always
some...
fancied myself a blonde.
Yeah, that is a lot harder and most painful.
I could fancy myself a brunette.
Well, I could definitely disguise you, maybe even Perlin. We could put a hat on to cover those ears and put some 5 o'clock shadow on that face, make him look a little less elvish. Unfortunately, Bungus and Daro, I don't believe my disguise kit will really affect your appearance. One being scaly and one being, no offense, Bungus, but short.
Fair.
Perhaps Bungus could pass himself off as a very hairy child.
It would be quite a large child. I don't think Giant can much welcome in this place either.
Giant Ken? I thought he was a dwarf.
Yes, but he's quite wide. If even as
Oh,
a
I see.
short giant
I see.
child, he would. You understand? I mean, my disguise kit only goes so far. I mean, I can certainly blend in myself and go and get some information, or we could assemble a small team, but I believe it might be in our best interest to try to lay low as much as possible, get some information, and then regroup the rest of the team for the actual breakout. Probably at night.
And I definitely agree with that. First, I do think we should dock at the poor district. I feel like we'd be able to blend in easier there, and it might be worth having scouts see just how well guarded the city is, just how observant they are as well.
We really have no way to disguise Daryl.
I mean, we could put him in like a big cloak or whatever, but it wouldn't really pass, I don't feel like, during the day, but we could pass him like at night as just like a person in a big cloak. But like during the day, any sort of look at his like hands and or tip of snout, like he's gonna easily stand out. I mean, I assume my disguise kit is mostly just sort of like makeup and fake beards. Like, Matt, you're muted. Turned off your camera, but you're still muted.
Like he's basing his disguise kit based on, what half elf's needs would be.
Yeah.
Not necessarily
Right.
Well, I do have one idea, but I'm kind of reluctant to say it.
does it
Your
involve
idea.
betraying us?
Would it involve us betraying you?
No, that's not what I was thinking about. What if I
You guys see the familiar dock of New Elsenburg. The poor district comes up first, but in the distance you can see the walls blocking the poorer district from the more wealthy district. And you, according to Damien and everybody else, decide to dock in the poor district. On getting out of the dock, you walk around and see a lot of fields and a lot of very multiracial makeup of this place. You see a lot of goblins, a few humans, a good amount of humans, an orc or two, a bunch of hobgoblins, maybe a kobold or a dragonborn or two. However, pretty much every non-human seems to be in some kind of bondage or in some kind of less desirable position, working fields, doing some kind of physical, manual, menial labor task.
Slaves, if you will.
Slaves, yes. Walk around the town a bit.
The thing you have to understand about slavery is, look at all they get in return. They have a roof over their heads. They're
Damien.
well fed.
Damien.
Damien, now is not
you
the
have
time.
the thought that you could probably pass Dyror off as a slave.
That's where I was going, to be honest. Dyror is
Yeah.
very reluctant to say that, but that might be the only way to get him into the city.
Yeah, but I don't
You
understand
know,
how
well,
we would...
beyond the poor district.
Even if we disguise him as a slave, how would we... I mean, it's not like we could hide his armor under weapons. And that is going to be something we would need Daryl to have in the moment. I would assume if we could just get him through the gates in the middle of the night, we could definitely get him in and have a better idea.
Why don't you just carry my weapons for me?
That's true. I could pass them off as my weapons and spare armor.
Or somebody who doesn't normally carry weapons who's not already carrying their own.
I guess I could carry your large
And
weapon.
Bungus.
How would how would dwarves be received in Agrian culture?
Dwarves are mostly fine. So long as you're from the old world, you're pretty much welcome here. But humans are on top.
How do I recall how half elves were treated in the old world?
Well, Damien, don't worry about that. I would disguise myself as a human.
Just round your ears.
Yes. Well, I do have the disguise self spell. I would just change my form. No one would be able to tell the difference.
Right.
So Damien's a brunette right now, or is he a black hair?
Damien.
I would assume probably more on the brunette side with red plus charcoal. I would assume is more of like a dark auburn sort of brown.
Fair.
And you would just describe yourself as like, basically you but with rounder ears, or
No, so I'm gonna cast Disguise Self. Let's see. I'll become sort of sort of 40-year-old ish, sort of human, sort of a beer belly, long, sort of blonde hair and a ponytail, sort of scratchy, sort of unkempt beard. Um, I believe I could. Well, I believe I could pass myself off as a merchant captain. Um, in this regard, maybe on the rougher side, but definitely respectable enough.
Okay. Okay. So, with everyone disguised up, you make your way into town.
Well, who is going?
I assumed all 5 of you, right?
I think we're all going.
So we're gonna pretend Dyror's our slave.
Yeah.
Perlin, are you gonna try to disguise as a human, or are you going to continue as your elfin self?
I can disguise as a human.
Right. So everyone's in a disguise, and you all manage to walk around. To your south, you see a cliff face, clearly blocking off part of the town. To your north, you see a gate down the road a bit, but that would lead you to one of the more wealthy districts. Wandering around, I do want to ask, what in particular are you?
Sorry, you cut out.
I'm sorry.
What
What
in
in particular are you looking for?
We should probably find where we think they might be holding Black Hawk.
Right. But how are you going to go about that?
Is there any kind of fortress that's within sight, or
You can barely see much behind the wall. You can kind of see behind the gate, but not really.
I think I almost put it up.
What was
Like
that?
with two large crowd. Trying to make us too like much of a
You're
not obvious threat or something.
you're very robotic, Matt. I don't know if anyone else can.
He's on his phone.
Yeah, sorry, I'm making a PB&J. I'm in the kitchen. Move my phone to the house.
Yeah, we can't hear what Matt's saying. So
I heard he's making a PB&J.
I did hear that.
I heard that part too.
So, Matt, I think only the less important details come through right now.
Okay. So, anyone else? What direction do you want to head in? Where do you want to try to go? Like, do you want to try to maybe seek out a tavern and see if anybody at the tavern has an idea of where they would hold prisoners in this town? Do you want to try to get into the rich district, try to ask around there, or sneak around the rich district and see if you can find anything that looks like where they would hold prisoners? How do you want to approach looking for?
I honestly feel like the tavern here in the Port District might be the safest option. So I feel like, the people here in town would have information we might need, and we'd be less suspicious than a tavern at the Port District.
Okay.
Thoughts?
checking out a tavern in the poor district, or are we?
That's my thought. If anyone else has a suggestion, though, I'm open.
I'm not opposed to that. I was saying while I was in the kitchen that we should split up and try to like, so we're not like a big group of people that are.
Asking where prisoners
I'd
are.
hardly call 5 a big group.
What'd you call us, Quentin?
I said I'd hardly call 5 a big group.
5's a decent group. Just like if like. I shouldn't even say it's like a big group. It's like a suspiciously small group, even from a ship. I don't know.
Fair. All right.
I'm making my PB.
Curlin, Bungus, what do you two think you should be doing?
Is this like a big cliff to the south?
Ping it.
This whole wall here?
Yeah, that would be like there's a cliff and then there's a wall on top of that cliff.
Okay. And then there's stairs over here?
Yes, that would be a staircase up. However, it does not cross that wall.
Okay.
Okay.
I actually don't have any sight on my screen. Just a heads up. I don't know if I should, but just
Uh,
I'm able to see.
Oh yeah.
Who-
I took it.
who can't see should.
I can see.
I can see as well.
Is it because I don't have dark vision?
No, it's probably because you don't have dark vision.
It's in
your
the
vision-
bottom
your
left
focus
corner.
is-
Now I see stuff. It was entirely black.
No, you're good. You're good.
I
Over
think
here.
I think splitting up and trying to find some answers might be in our best interest if we were to make a quick
So
go
how-
of this.
So how are you going to split up?
I believe we should
Tell
take
me
at
the
least one human to each group.
I agree.
We've got 3.
3 human passing, and then 1 dwarf and 1 slave.
Whoever is
I prefer
whoever's
servant.
carrying Daryl's weapons should go with Daryl.
Yes, please. I don't want to be too far from my weapons.
I will carry Darrell's weapon. I believe, I am the most linguistically gifted among us. Why don't I take the servant, and you
Thank
three should be easy enough to pass along as normal people.
Okay.
So we're splitting up. Which where is each group going to go exactly?
Darrell, why don't you and I head to the other set of docks? Damien, why don't you take the other group and head further into town towards the scope out the center of town where the military establishments, the jail and such is. Maybe see if you can gather some information from a bar of some kind. Maybe some jailers would frequent. You can always get Bungus into a drinking competition to get some information.
That's true.
We definitely won't be betting the ship against a set of keys.
Why the hell would you even mention something like that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I
Have the 2 groups sorted out now.
definitely want to go look around the for a prison though, for sure.
Okay.
And we'll head towards the docks.
You get to the you 5 get to the gate together, and at the gate, there's a guard that stands there saying, Hooked. What's your business?
Merchant captain looking to secure some cargo outbound.
And why would you park in that district if you got business over here?
Well, the dock tariffs are a lot cheaper in the other dock, and a man has to make some money. Leaves quite
Fair
a bit
enough.
left over for, discerning people of interest.
Well, fair enough. And why should I let you over here?
Well, I'm a up-and-coming merchant trader, and just want to make my mark on the world. Bring my
and coming.
manservant. Yeah, exactly. I'm looking to...
What's your name?
My name? Adlin.
Atlin?
Adlin.
Adeline.
Adlin.
Can't say I heard of you, Adeline.
Well, it's only the third time I've been here.
Well. Your crew looks a bit unremarkable. And
Oh, these
I don't
fellows
think
are not with me.
I
Just
don't
me
like
and my
the
manservant
mark
here.
I don't like the mark of that manservant.
Well, he's well
Doesn't really
trained.
look like a friendly one.
Misa, very good servant.
I will turn around.
Sorry, Misa no speak good comment.
And I will turn around and just backhand him.
Well,
I'll take the hit, but whenever you do, I just like glare at you, super like angry. But then I'll go back to the manservant facade.
I suppose that
He knows he's not supposed to speak another outburst like that, and I will have his tongue.
the guy just kind of laughs and he's like, "All right, come on through."
I appreciate
And
it.
as you
If
guys
could,
are walking through,
could you recommend a good trading house of which I haven't had much luck in the past, and I will pass him like 10 gold in sort of a little thing. Just a little pouch, like, could you recommend just for some directions?
could I recommend just what you cut out?
Like a trading house of some kind. Some sort of like place to buy cargo.
All right, you didn't hear this from me, but try the Doncaster.
I heard nothing.
You didn't hear this from me, but try the Doncaster.
Yes, I heard nothing.
Ah. Sorry, I thought you meant I...
No,
yeah.
I know.
That's funny.
All right, as you're walking through, the guard kind of turns around and smacks the back of Dairo's head.
Excuse me, sir. He is my manservant. Please allow me to handle the discipline. Now get on,
Just
and
like the
I'll
way you were
fucking...
looking at... Just sitting like the way he was looking at you.
Yes,
No, be looking at his master like that.
Misa apologizes.
go on, you
Tasted
scaly
teeth.
git. And sort of like kick him a little bit,
Right.
and keep heading on.
All right.
Whenever we're far enough away, I'm just like, Atlas, I swear, I'm gonna get you back for this.
Daryl, you shut your goddamn mouth if you don't want to have your own tongue cut out, and not by me, but by these bigoted fools. You play the part now, you hear?
Yes, master.
All right. All right. Next group. State your business.
Drinking.
You're looking for a place to drink.
Well, yes. Don't you recognize this gentleman right here? He is the top competitive alcoholic on this side of the world.
Competitive alcoholic.
He's looking around like,
Look down.
You can't mean the short one.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
He says about Bungus.
You're muted, Bungus.
Bungus is muted.
Yes, sir.
I apologize for him. He's been warming up rather early.
Well, I can't say that I really have ever heard of a dwarf being able to outdrink a man, but well, to be fair, I haven't met that many dwarves.
Incredible people at times. Specifically the livers.
He kind of like bends down and gets on Bungus's level. He's like, "Aye, little thing. That's how you can drink a bit, can you?"
Bungus does not like this.
But that makes Bungus angry.
Bungus is ready to drink.
Bungus goes to drink.
Bungus is ready to drink. Bungus is ready to drink this man under the table.
Right. Well,
I mean, if you don't believe us, you can place a wager against him if you'd like to meet us at the local establishment.
I like to think that Bungus actually made that sound.
Yeah, no, all of the burps are like in person.
No, sorry.
Or in character.
This hates it when I go out drinking. Well, if you guys are looking for a place to drink, I'd definitely recommend Woolies.
This guy's a pussy. I say that in character.
Hey,
You wanna fucking come down here and fucking get all in my face like this, you fucking Aussie cunt? You fucking... Talk about out drinking me and then fucking... Oh no, the missus! Oh!
oi, hey. Now listen, there's no reason to throw insults around.
You're the one that fucking came down to here, boy.
I was trying to be polite. That's it. I just wanted to look you in the eye when I said my words to you.
You can look me in the eye standing up.
Well, fine. You can all go.
Bitches.
It did not start out as an Aussie accent. It just turned into one.
You fucking Aussie cunt.
Great. So we have one group looking for the Doncaster. Because you were looking for a trade port.
That's what I told the guard.
Yes. So you guys are looking for the Doncaster, I assume.
No.
Okay.
What are you guys looking for? I assume we've discussed this before we...
Yeah, we're gonna head to the docks and see if we can spot Kensington's ship.
The Doncaster.
No, the Doncaster is a building. It would be like a trade port.
Yeah.
Kensington's ship is called the Unkindness.
Unkindness.
I like that, actually.
He's known as the White Raven. A group of ravens is known as an unkindness.
I thought a group of ravens
Reasonable.
was known as a myrrh.
No, that's crows.
That's a crows.
Oh,
It's an unkindness of ravens and a murder of crows.
gotcha.
Now, what is it for jackdaws?
I don't know, probably a flock. Because only two birds got the cool names. I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be right back.
White gaggle of geese.
I'm gonna go return my peanut butter to the fridge.
Who keeps their peanut butter in the fridge?
Yeah, I was just wondering that too.
Psychopaths.
I was like, maybe I'm the weird one. I shouldn't say that.
No. You're a normal one, Marty, like us. Score!
Okay, so they're you guys are searching for Kensington ship. We are looking for the prison itself. I think we should also have we should also make sure that we go find one legitimate place each. We're gonna try to hit up the bar, that way we can at least, they can corroborate our story.
Okay. So, the pink. So, Dyror and Atlas are going to the docks, and the other three are going where?
The prison, but also to check out a ye old
Bar.
pub.
So you're just going to a pub.
Yes, the one he suggested, which I don't remember which one was.
He suggested a place called Woolies.
Woolies, thank you.
Woolworths.
God damn it! Somebody knew.
Woolies Bar and Grill.
Yes, Woolworths. Somebody knew it.
I have no clue what a Woolworths is. I'm fine with Woolies.
It's a grocery store.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They did Woolworths in South Africa.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me. Have you been to South Africa?
Twice.
Sick.
Jesse's
I've been to
aunt is
Australia
a diplomat.
Yep.
I was just trying to remember the name of bars and shit I went to in Australia, and I couldn't think of a second one for some reason.
Sounds like you
I
just
guess
went
it's
to
been a
one
while.
bar.
No, I went to a lot of bars, but I went to a lot of bars once and one bar a lot of times.
That's fair. So we check for the prison and Woolies. Dyror and Atlas check for the unkindness and whatever else they do while they're in town.
Right.
I would also like to see if I can find a bag of holding while we're in town.
Right. So let's flip a coin. Even or odd? Even goes with 2, odd goes with 3. Even it is. We pay attention to Dyror and Atlas's adventure first. Dyror and Atlas both, looking for the docks, walk as close to the shoreline as they can get. You get within sight of the dock, however, you approach a bridge onto what you can see is clearly an island.
Mm-hmm.
And the bridge is blocked and guarded. Upon asking the guards if you can get through, they all tell you that you are not allowed through to this area.
Why not, sir?
Because if you go through, because this area is off limits for now.
Off limits to who?
Off limits to all civilians.
Only military personnel allowed?
Exactly.
Understood. Why is there such a big kerfuffle?
No kerfuffle, just making sure that we don't have any more accidents today.
What else happened today?
Well, there was a shipwreck out in the harbor this morning.
Oh no. Collision between two ships?
That's right. Someone
Which
gave
ones?
bad directions and left them out.
I have several friends who are other merchant captains in the area.
The Mistral and the Mistral and the Severe.
Oof. I didn't know anyone on the Mistral, but did seem like quite a fine ship. Quite a shame. What does this have to do with this bridge blockage?
Well, the collision happened in this district, and this district is typically where, well, it's where the fort is, and, you know, gotta keep them all out. Sorry, just can't let you through.
I guess that makes sense. Would I have any knowledge of a somewhat prominent Agrian like house that would have like connections to the New World?
You would. Or roll history, but I'm gonna say you would.
Yeah. I guess it's probably
Well,
like
history
I know,
advantage.
but how much I know.
Yeah.
17.
You know about the Ravania house.
And is that directly connected to Kensington?
It is.
Hmm.
You know Kensington to be a close relative of the Ravania house.
What do I know about the connection of the Ravanians to this city in particular?
Uh, Harry Ravania was one of the ones who found the initial settlement like 150 years ago.
So would there be a lot of Ravanians here then? Sort of as like...
Not
sort of
necessarily. They're more of a noble family. They keep it small. They keep the bloodline close. They only marry other nobles, and they have. But you would be familiar that they have a prominent mansion here.
Well, it is quite a shame. I was supposed to meet, Toby Ravania for a cup of tea, but, I understand if I'm not allowed because of certain bureaucratic measures. I'm sure the Ravanians would understand.
Oh, well. If you want to go see him, I can instruct you a way around. He'd probably be in the other district. I'm pretty sure. If you go all the way down, you see.
Well, you see,
We
the problem
actually
is
have
I'm
a
supposed
ferry that gets across.
to meet him in 20 minutes, and any sort of detour is definitely going to make me late for this appointment. You know, well, the Ravanians are not quite known for their patience.
I mean, I understand that, sure, but it's my post. I can't let you through, but
Son,
I can get you to a ferry.
I'm gonna level with you, and I'll like get in
Roll
close to him.
persuasion.
Okay, I'm gonna get in close to him and say, "Son, this is going to truly wreck my family. My family's going to be out on the streets, unable to eat if I cannot make this meeting. You do not understand. You know how much money and wealth and commerce these people control. I cannot afford to miss this meeting." I'm certain, a slight exception, just me and my manservant. A quick passage, no one would even notice we're in there.
He looks to the other guards and he kind of rubs his head and he's like, "Well, all right, I'll walk you through, but I'm gonna need you to keep the manservant on a tighter leash."
Of course. He is as close as possibly leash, and I would sort of just like grab him by like, I don't know, the cloak or something like that, and like sort of like haul him around a little bit. I'm assuming he's gonna have to like, I'm not that strong, so I'm assuming he's gonna have to play into it a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, Misa's so strong. Or Yusa's so strong.
Right, all right. Well, follow me. He is going to walk you through the court or through the military district, and walk you right across this bridge over here.
Okay. once we get sort of like through and he's away from his companions, sir, I really appreciate this effort. I don't want you to be away from your post and get you in any trouble. We'll see ourselves to the other side. Here, a round on us for your trouble. And I'll give him, I don't know, around 5 gold. Should be fine. Look, this is just for you
No,
and your friends.
No, sorry, I gotta walk you all the way through. I'd get in even more trouble if I left you unsupervised.
You
I
said this
believe
guard's
I
by
could
himself,
find my
right?
way across the other bridge. I mean, it's right there.
Sorry, I can't let you walk around unsupervised.
You said this guard's by himself, right?
He would be alone, however, you see a lot of Agrian military running around
Okay, never mind.
this area.
Never mind.
Well, I guess while we're on our way through, what do you suppose this large building is right here? The last time I was through here, I was in quite a rush, and I never really asked. It's at the fort with the big green
Right,
symbol on top.
Well, that's one of our forts, you see. We keep a lot of things go on there and keep, secret military drills and all the other need-to-know stuff. I'm sure Mr. Avania would be able to tell you about it.
I'm sure, although our business doesn't really end up talking about military matters much. What about pirates? You keep pirates there? I've heard these fantastical stories. Certainly they can't be true. I've never run into a pirate in my time on the seas.
Well, you'd be foolish to keep a pirate that close to the sea. That's what I always say.
So they are in there. Is that where they're kept before the public hangings? I've seen one of the public hangings one time.
Oh, you're looking for a public hanging? Well, I can tell you exactly where to get them. They're going to be... Most of them put on for show, but a couple of them we put on for actual good reason, and those are mostly in the... Those are mostly held for the... what would it be called? The bougie district. I don't know what word would qualify.
The well-to-do.
The bougie district. Yeah.
Yes, that's where I've seen one in the past. I was mostly wondering where they were kept beforehand. Is it true
Well-
they keep them in the fort? That's the rumor, of course,
No.
but scuttlebutt is what scuttlebutt is.
Well, no, we don't keep them in the fort. What? Like I said, you keep a pirate that close to the sea, they're just gonna swim up. They're like fucking fish, mate. You didn't hear this from me, but we keep them on a place inland. Not too hard to get to, but not too far from the bougie district. What is in your mouth?
Don't worry about it.
Dog turd.
Certainly there's some sort of fanciful name for this place, the Bastion of Pirate Souls or something. I'm sure you have some quite fantastic name for it.
I've only ever heard it called the Lock.
The Lock.
Is that a CK or a CH? QUE.
LOQUE. I like LOQUE. We'll go with LOQUE. All right. With that,
He said it was. Alright, sorry. He said it was in the bougie district.
The
or
bougie.
adjacent to. If you could give me an idea on the map where that would be.
The bougie district would be around here.
I did not see a
Uh,
ping.
Zoom all the way out.
I'm zooming out. Ping again. Oh, that's on the other side of the fucking wall. That's on the poor side of the map.
It's not.
Okay.
With that, we're going to shift our focus to Damien, Perlin, and Bungus. What are you three doing?
Were we going to the prison first or a pub?
I think we hit up the pub first because, one, I think it would be suspicious if, if the guard asked, around about us and we didn't go straight to the pub if we started doing weird shit first. It
That's
would be
true.
suspicious. But also, maybe we'd find out something about the prison because people who are publicly intoxicated or kill somebody while they're drinking, possibly with a horse-drawn carriage, vehicular manslaughter, that sort of thing.
All right. You guys head to a pub.
Woolworths.
This place is called Woolies. It is right on. It's right along the riverbanks.
Can you ping it?
I just moved your tokens there.
Oh, did you? Okay, cool. I will find my token. It's along the river, so that shouldn't be too hard. I found us. No,
Okay.
I didn't. I found Dyror.
Hi.
I'm not talking to you, Dyror.
Fuck you. It's a shout from the distance.
So you guys go into the pub, and it's a kind of ritzy place. There's like a glass chandelier, like hanging in the middle. A lot of wall windows. Like you can just see the whole riverside. Pretty fancy looking. Lots of natural light, but plus torchlight. And you walk in and you see a bunch of humans drinking out of wine and martini glasses. What do you do?
Excuse me, I'm not familiar with these. I assume the bartender.
Right.
I go over to the bartender. Excuse me, but what can you tell me about this bridge? It is quite beautiful.
Well, that was crafted. Well, that was crafted about 25 years ago. Last I heard. But I think they made it out of sapphire. Seems like a natural resource around here.
And people can just cross it, or is it brittle?
No, people can't just cross it.
It's more of a
So that's the
decoration.
fort. That's where the military goes. We're not allowed to just go over there. But I mean, anybody who, like if you're involved in the military, you can go over. But
Of course. This is an awkward question, but I recently received a note that I needed to come bail somebody out of jail. And it's the dumbest thing, but I do not know where the jail is.
Really subtle.
well, I mean, if I if I were to call the guard, I'm sure they could show you where the jail is.
Well, if you were to call the guard, but if you weren't to call the guard,
Well, I don't think I'm gonna sail. I don't think I should be
would love
interacting
to
with you.
buy a round of wine and cocktails for the bar. And I would love to toss in a extravagant tip for you, but please tell me about yourself and the prison. I slide him 50 gold.
Okay. Oh, well, I've been around here. Well, I was born and raised in New Elsenburg. I've been here for as long as I can remember. Family's been around too. He says all this while making an exorbitant amount of drinks. My father was actually brought here on a prison ship.
Really? Where from?
Well, he was from Zeus. I think. I'm not quite sure. Lots of stories change. I feel like every time I ask him, he's got some other story behind it. Never met my grandparents, but my mother, she actually came on nobility and met my father on parole. And, well, you know how things happen. Love finds a way, and illegitimate children spawn, and here I am, serving the same bar that my mother built.
That is too funny. I have so many illegitimate siblings. Just so much in common.
Well,
So,
I mean, you talk the
that
talk.
prison.
You almost struck me as a nobleman.
no, not me. Not me at all.
Man, I swear I could almost peg you for someone. There's
No,
something really
just-
familiar about the way you talk, the way you carry yourself. It just really reminds me of someone. I can't quite put my finger on it.
I don't know how to help you. It's a big world. A lot of people just kind of look the same. I'm not going to say, you're thinking everybody looks the same, but, maybe discern some identifying features going forward.
Well, fair enough. Who's your friends?
Oh, this is Dmitry Polonov, and I point towards Bungus, and this is I actually just. What is your name? I am terrible with names. I've been traveling with Dimitri here for quite some time, but not this gentleman. This gentleman's new to our troop.
John Smith.
Well, John, Dimitri, nice to meet you too. What? He hands everybody a drink at this point. So, what brings you all into New Elsenburg?
Ooh. No. We're just passing through. Dimitri here was hoping to compete in a drinking competition. We'd heard rumors there was such a thing in town, and he considers himself to be one of the best.
Well, I'm sure he's pretty good. I've never seen a dwarf that can drink, but
You'd be surprised about people's opinions about dwarves.
I doubt he beat the. I doubt he beat the whale.
Well,
It's funny
well.
you mentioned a whale.
Well.
Oh,
Aussie accents.
I'm sorry, you've got a very thick accent.
It's New Heisenberg.
So all of you sound like that around here.
I mean, I suppose.
Just curious. Never heard a New Ilsenburg accent. But
I mean,
tell me about the well.
well, she just comes by every now and then, but I've never seen anyone drink as much as that woman can.
Well, you know, we may have to bring in a new champion while we're in town.
You know, as much as we call her the whale, I'm not quite sure that she is a whale. So, I've had a few conversations with her every now and then, but something really seems off about her.
Oh, do tell about the well. Also, the
I don't
prison.
know. She's just always going on about some ex she's got and how she's going to get back at him. And I don't know.
Did you say axe or X?
Ex.
Well, I heard axe.
Ex, like her
Like
ex-boyfriend.
you chopped
or
down a
husband.
tree.
No, like her ex-boyfriend or her ex-husband.
Like where you'd find some treasure on a map.
Yeah, true, like that.
Well, do tell me about her.
I mean, you can ask her yourself.
Well, I don't mean to pry into her personal affairs.
Well, I mean, she's right over there.
I want to look over my shoulder.
You look over your shoulder and you see a woman sitting at a empty bar table by herself, with what appears to be some kind of orb sitting in front of her, with her kind of holding her hand over it and looking into it.
Would this strike me as deja vu or
Very, very familiar to Damien.
Damien would like to fast walk out of the bar? I want to grab Perlin and Bungus and fast walk the fastest walk out of the bar.
What do Perlin and Bungus think about this?
Walk the run.
I'll trust his judgment here. Bye. Nice meeting you.
Bungus. I see your lips moving.
Goodbye.
You're muted, that's why.
I'm a little confused, but I trust him.
Okay. Alright, so you guys are just all like trying to fast walk out of the bar at this point?
Yeah, it starts as a fast walk, but it very quickly turns into a sprint. I would like to take the dash action.
As you hit the door, you hear her call out, "Keep running, Damien. I will keep running, Damien. I'll find you."
Don't worry, I will.
All right.
I take the dash action. I like that.
All right. With that, we're going to turn our attention back to the other two, who had just made it across into the more wealthy district. Atlas and Dyror.
So we learned that they're not holding Blackhoof at the fort on this island, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
I did have. Did you want to try to look out at the docks?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, I guess while we were passing, see if we could just see his ship,
Alright.
just make sure it's in port.
While you guys are passing, you notice unmistakably the unkind. It's parked with its front facing it's parked with its back facing the water and its front facing the water. And on its front, roll perception.
Shit.
God damn it.
Low DC. On its front, Atlas, you notice four skeletons hide. And on one of them, you see unmistakably horns curled around.
As we get to the other side of the bridge and leave our guard, I'll just thank him. I really appreciate you taking the time. I think we can see ourselves from here. And as he sort of walks away, I'll just pull Dyrord aside and say, I'm pretty sure I spotted Blackhoof's corpse on the front of that ship. I believe we might be too late.
Once he points it out, do I see it?
You take a look back and you can make out the ship and you can see skeletons on it, but you can see enough skeletons on it to confirm, but you can't make yourself
Right.
can't make out which one what it was.
Right.
Well, I saw a skeleton with horns. I can only assume. He did say he was going to tie him to the front of the ship. And it has been quite a while. I have a feeling
that-
we're no longer in a rescue mission, although maybe we should investigate this lock and just have an idea. Make
Tell
sure.
that this angers Dower a lot, actually. And he says so much for agri and justice.
Yeah, I agree. It was never really known for much justice. Let's
That
head towards the
I'm
lock.
aware of. Head towards the lock now.
Yes, maybe we can
Don't you think we should?
ask around nearby and see if there's any upcoming hangings that of interest. Maybe if we find a bar near the place, we might have a place where either guards or someone who might know something would be willing to talk.
If it gets us closer to Kensington, then by all means, whatever we need to do.
Well, we can't hit Kensington in the stronghold. We'll be overrun by the normal military. If we seek to just strike out against Kensington, we're best to fight him on the open seas. Maybe we can just keep an eye, see when he leaves, and attack him somewhere outside of port. But for now, let's just go ahead and double check, make sure the information we have is correct. Let's head towards the lock, see if we can gather some more information.
Right?
Well, lead the way.
Right. With that, with what you know, the lock is a bit down. You guys would start moving through town with haste and make your way across, seeing all kinds of rich, ritzy folk through this area. Eventually, and I wouldn't even quite call them rich. I would call them You know,
middle
like
class.
upper middle class.
Yeah.
Until you arrive at the gate to the truly rich, to where the upper class live. And you can really tell a difference as you see a carriage encrusted in gold and jewels, like looks incredibly disgusting and gaudy, honestly, but very clearly just flaunting whatever wealth they can get passed through this gate. And you walk up to it.
As we get closer to the gate, I will change my form again.
Okay.
I would like to cast Disguise Self again, and I would like to instead disguise myself like a
No.
I'm gonna disguise myself actually as an elf.
Okay.
But in like super nice sort of like merchant sort of artificer type clothing. And I'll pull out the puzzle box, which looks really nice, right? Because it's like made of like nice woods and stuff like that. So like carry that in my hand as we approach the gate.
All right.
Atlas, I just want you to know, if we do see Kensington, I don't know if I'll be able to control myself. He needs to die.
You and me both. We'll see.
All right. And you two approach the gate. And one last shift of focus back to the three who had just left the bar.
Are we sprinting suspiciously down the street, or did we find a?
You three have left the bar. Like, tell me what you're doing.
I hand the hat to Perlin. Perlin, this is very important. Take this hat back to the ship and give it to Atlas. I have something I need to take care of by myself.
This is a request that
This is possibly my last request.
okay. I have heard your request. And I will take this hat. And seeing as it's very heavy, I may carry it on my head.
Perlin has the hat.
Don't worry, I heard your dying wish.
That was very
I like it.
important.
I like
Atlas gets the hat.
I like just whoever happens to get the hat just becomes captain.
That is the rule.
Yeah, that's the rule.
How things work.
Bungus, you gonna say anything?
No. I'm gonna ask because I don't think Bungus knows. Who is that woman back there that you're so afraid of, Damien?
Oh, that would be my fiance, Henrietta.
Oh. Well, good luck.
As you
Damien
guys are having,
sprints off in another direction.
as you guys are having this conversation, before you're able to sprint, someone, a womanly form, walks out from a corner, holding an orb in her hand, and says, "Now, Damien, did you really think you'd get away from me that easily?"
Oh no. Hey, look, it's Damien's fiance.
These gentlemen don't know me. He's hallucinating. He is an alcoholic. And we don't know that I won't get away from you very easily. We haven't let me try yet.
I've been watching you for a long time now.
What you do on your own time is up to you.
Well, not a lot of women like being left at the altar like that. And
Oh.
I've just been wondering what you've been up to. She says, holding her orb.
I consider this to be an invasion of privacy, and it's very trust is very important in a marriage. This is exactly why I just couldn't go through with it. I knew you just didn't trust me.
Well, I mean, trust goes both ways, and well, I just really don't like the way you talked to my cousin the other day, a few weeks ago.
That would have been at least a month ago, Henrietta. See, this inconsistency. I'm not even real. I'm just another one of your hallucinations. This is why your cousin said you were locked up in a loony bin.
All right.
Now, as your doctor, I think you need to get back on your medication.
Oh, honey, I'm tired of taking them pills.
When I say medication, you should have 8 out to a quarter.
All right. With that, it is 10 o'clock. I think that's a good place to pick it up next time.
Sounds good.
With medication.
The fade out.
Is
Right.
that a cigar or? I'm genuinely curious.
What?
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not judging you.
It's a cigar, but he'll get in trouble if they know he has it.
Oh yeah, they'll take it away. There's no smoking at school.
Right. So, Damien, confronted by the ghost of his past, and Atlas and Dyror, both preparing to enter the wealthiest district of town, afraid of what they might find on the other side. What will happen? Will Damien get away? Will Dyror and Atlas survive and not murder a bunch of rich people and then get murdered themselves?
Will Bungus beat the whale in a drinking competition? Will Perlin stay captain of
the Missy Elliott?
The Missy Elliott.
Maybe I'll fight for you. I'll do it in a drinking contest. I'll say I'll
He'll marry you if you
take
can
your
outdrink
fiance.
the dwarf.
I'll outdrink you for your fiance. He's mine now.
Right.
He can drain more than cups.
Oh,
God.
Well, good night, everyone.
I feel gross.
That's it. That's where humor has gone. That's. I think that was so funny that I'm never gonna laugh ever again.
Rude.
See,
Fungus didn't like that.
Look, I'll
right.
see you all Wednesday.
Next week.
Wednesday.
Or does anybody have anything going on Wednesday?
I don't think I do.
Should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair
that should be
enough.
good.